Hey there, this is Kat, and this is your Marketing Minute. Today, I want to talk to you about clients paying their invoices. So, this topic came up in another group discussion, and I'm like, get your payment in advance. I know we've all probably have been there, and all of us have different accounting systems. But at the end of the day, here's the reality, okay? So hypothetically, or this metaphor, whatever you want to relate this to. So if I go to the grocery store and buy groceries, and then I decide after 30 days after I consume the groceries, I'm like, oh, let me pay that bill now. Will the grocery store let me do that? No, they will not let me do that. So your business is not any different. If you have clients that are consuming your goods, products, or services, and they're not paying you, then yes, you can ask for them to pay. I had this one lady in the group discussion that was just fearful. She's just frightful to ask for her own money for the work that she did. So here are a few tactics that you can take to help you address this. First off, get cash in advance. So in my previous life, when we sold major media, ABC, NBC, CBS, Telemundo, we had to get cash in advance. We could not run an ad schedule without cash in advance. So cash in advance is okay. If major media, ABC, CBS, Telemundo, what have you, is asking for cash in advance, you can ask for cash in advance too. Why wouldn't you? And so here's my thought, because this one lady was like, well, I'm afraid to ask for cash in advance. Well, here's the thing. If they can't pay you in advance, they're not going to be able to pay you after the fact. So think about that. So if a client says, I can't pay you cash in advance, that's a red flag. Ding, 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 ding. That means that they're not going to be able to pay you after the fact. So why would you take that kind of business? And you're not that desperate where you need to take that kind of business where you might not ever get paid. Okay, so that's one scenario to think about, is cash in advance. And it's easy. Everybody does it. When I go to a flea market, I have to pay to get my item, right? If I buy something off someone off Facebook Marketplace, I meet them at a location, I have to pay them to get the item. So it's not like anybody's extending me any credit. There's no credit extension for me. So the same for you and your clients. Now, let's say you have clients that you've had long-term, right? Long-term, they've been with you 3-4 years, and they're slow pay, or they all of a sudden are not paying you. So here's the thing that I would suggest for those types of clients, because yes, they're loyal to you. Yes, you should be gracious for them because they're the long-term history clients, right? So then you start working out payment plans, but you've got to cut off the service so they get caught up. You have to. Otherwise, you're going to roll this up into some big old snowball. And this has happened to me. Yep. Where I've had long-term clients and I was graciously extending them credit. And then they got to a point where the one client was like 5 months late. And now that client says he's not paying. Who gets screwed there? Me. So just be careful when you extend that credit, because if at one point that client just all of a sudden decides, I'm not paying you, how are you going to get that money? You're not going to be able to. So you've got to protect yourself. So there are accounting systems in place that you can subscribe to. So subscription-based programs that will do an auto payment. Even the QuickBooks and Square, I believe, do auto payments. So there are so many programs out there that will help protect you so that you get your payment. But my biggest suggestion to you at the end of the day is, if they're not paying, cut them off. You gotta. I know that if I'm paying for a service and I don't pay, they cut me off. So why wouldn't I do the same thing to a client who doesn't pay me, right? So you, of course, need to reach out to them. You need to make sure that you give them the 1 notice, the 2 notice, the 3 notice, right? You got to do that. So don't just start cutting off people and pissing people off. You got to be gracious. But, you know, if you've exhausted your efforts, do not let it keep going months and months and months. Please protect yourself. And cash in advance is always going to be your saving grace. Hey, I'm Kat Ramirez, CEO and founder of adBidtise and Hashtag SocialBuzz. We help businesses stand out and grow. Follow me. Yes, follow me and learn more ways on how you can stand out and grow too. You got this.